When you think about being a celebrity, right after you get done imagining your mansion and the epic vacations you could take, you might think about your inevitable legion of adoring fans. But some things are better in our fantasies than in our reality. We will show you some of the craziest fans that no celebrity would ever wish for. If you're wishing for the latest videos from TheRichest, be sure to hit the subscribe button and then join our notification squad. Merchandise. Sure, you could spend some money on a t-shirt or a phone cover bearing the logo of your favorite celeb, but why not prove you're a super fan and go for something a bit more unorthodox? One fan wanted a literal piece of Captain Kirk and purchased his kidney stone for $25,000. A pregnancy test allegedly used by Britney Spears and ex-husband Kevin Federline was sold for $5,000 after it was reportedly left behind in a hotel room they had stayed in. Another one spent $5,300 on a tissue that had been used by actress Scarlett Johansson. The famous Beatle John Lennon once gave his tooth to a housekeeper as a gift. We would prefer a bonus check personally, but whatever floats your boat. She was able to turn around and sell it for over $32,000 to another crazed fan who wants to extract DNA from it and clone Lennon. The sincerest form of flattery. Adam Daniel has spent over $66,000 on cosmetic procedures in order to look more like the queen of pop, Madonna. He's had cheek implant surgeries on his jaw and chin and had his brows lifted and filled, all to look more like his idol. He even makes his living impersonating Madonna and claims that he doesn't think he will ever stop wanting to be her. For less than half of that price, about $26,000, Carolyn Anderson has transformed herself into Pamela Anderson, or has at least gotten pretty close. She believes that the pair shared some similar features to begin with, so it was merely a process of strategic enhancements. But maintenance isn't cheap, and Carolyn spends big bucks undergoing regular botox, lip fillers, and lip liner tattoos in addition to her custom wardrobe. Although she had gone to school and earned a law degree, in the end this superfan decided that blondes just have more fun. What were they inking? Some people put a lot of thought and care into the tattoos they choose, while others fall a bit short in this respect. Nicki Minaj has no shortage of devout fans, and one decided to get her name tattooed in a very strange and painful place, his inner lip. Another one of her fans got a tattoo of the singer as Wonder Woman, at least that's what she says this is a tattoo of. One fan loved Kylie Jenner's famous lip kit so much that he had it tattooed on his body. It's fun to lay out new swatches on your forearm, but most people don't choose to do them permanently. No spoilers! Regarding the 7th season of Game of Thrones, the internet was certainly dark and full of spoilers, with so many episodes being leaked before they aired. But before that, we had actor McShane ruining things for us when he appeared in the show as Septon Ray. At one point, fans believed that McShane had spilled the beans about Jon Snow being resurrected, and they didn't take kindly to that. They lashed out so dramatically that McShane told them to get a life and dismissed the show as being purely about dragons and something we can't quite say in this video. Meanwhile, some Supernatural fans have decided that they can do the writers' jobs better than they can. They call themselves the silent majority and believe that the show declined rapidly in terms of quality and storytelling and set out to write a new season as they see fit. We're sure the writers loved hearing that a bunch of fans think they can do their job better than they can. Sasaeng. Overly obsessed fans of K-pop even have their own name, sasaeng. These people specialize in invading the private lives of their beloved performers, and they're frankly so over the top we decided they deserve their own entry. Former member of the band Luhan was leaving the studio one day and very nearly climbed into a van that was waiting for him, thinking it was one arranged by his manager. At the last moment, he realized that a sasaeng fan had gotten a hold of an identical van and narrowly managed to escape. In their desperation to get to other members of the band, a group of female fans shaved their heads and walked into the bathroom that the band was using in order to get closer to them at a very inconvenient time. Junsu from JYJ can't even enjoy a nice meal at a cafe without mobs of fans gathering outside and eagerly pressing their faces against the window trying to catch a glimpse of the star. They're also not above wedding crashing, as a group of them invaded the wedding of EXO singer Baekhyun's brother. Fans even interrupted the cake cutting in a desperate attempt to grab an autograph. Taking it to the courts. If you're a celebrity for long enough, your every move is scrutinized, and some of your oldest fans will probably accuse you of changing or selling out at some point. Vassy Essien claimed that the woman we all know as Beyonce is actually a fraud who took the life of the real Beyonce years ago. We're pretty sure that Beyonce is completely inimitable, but Essien believed differently. It sounds like he's suffering from Capgras delusion, which is a delusional misidentification syndrome. This is when people hold delusions that someone has been replaced by an identical imposter. Essien seems desperate to deliver Beyonce his books filled with religious ramblings, but for some reason, the fake Beyonce wasn't interested. She beefed up security and won a protection order. Britney Spears also had an over-the-top zealous fan named Masahiko Shizawa. He claimed to be madly in love with the pop star, sending her endless love letters and pictures of himself. Spears filed a restraining order, which Shizawa violated by showing up at her house. In a shocking twist, he then tried to sue Spears, alleging that her bodyguards has caused him extreme emotional distress. The case was quickly dismissed. Romance. Having an endless sea of romantic options seems like a huge perk of being a celebrity. However, not all of the people that want to date you are ones you feel the same way about, and more than a few of them are a bit over the top. One day, Karen McNeil showed up at Justin Timberlake's house claiming that the pair shared mutual friends and demanded to be allowed inside. For some reason, she was under the impression that Justin would fall madly in love with her at first sight, so she had packed her car full of clothes and other belongings so that she could move right in with her soon-to-be beloved. For some reason, Timberlake didn't return her affections. Possibly because he knew that a few years earlier she had tried the same thing with Guns N' Roses vocalist Axl Rose. Or maybe he just thought that she was moving a little fast. Jason Luis Rivera decided to just skip the whole courtship phase with Miley Cyrus and settle down in marriage right away. He snuck onto her property and began preparing a romantic surprise by lighting candles in her garden. Police arrived and surprisingly didn't believe him when he claimed to be married to the famous singer. Social media. Sure, it's 2017 and most people use social media all the time, but some fans just get really dramatic once they sit in front of their keyboards. Venting on social media about a breakup should be pretty standard, but when Kendall Jenner posted a photo on Instagram which read, "Don't let boys be mean to you," people assumed she was talking about her rumored ex, Harry Styles. Styles fans exploded, saying horrible things to Jenner and even unfollowing her for daring to insult their beloved Harry. They even went after GQ magazine after they featured Styles on the cover with the caption, "He's up all night to get lucky." This senseless attack on their hero's purity did not go over well with fans. Some celebs try to reach out and reply to fans, which creates a false sense of intimacy, which can cause fans to get a little bit out of touch with reality. One 15-year-old girl tweeted that she wasn't a fan of Justin Bieber, but she enjoyed his acoustic album. Bieber retweeted it, and his legion of believers went crazy, verbally attacking and threatening the young girl for her rather subdued statement. When asked to describe his fans, Bieber once claimed that they were very loud. That's one way to phrase it. Cut it out. We told you before about the woman who married a cardboard cutout of Robert Pattinson, but some fans aren't quite that insane. They are only dating the cardboard cutouts of their dreams. Take Kristen Schubert, for example. This teen wasn't satisfied with the lack of response she received when she asked the real Justin Bieber to take her to prom, so she settled on a cardboard cutout version instead. Another high schooler, Rachel Bird, did the same thing when football player Tim Tebow didn't answer her request for a prom date. With the dance fast approaching, she thought quickly and decided to dance the night away with a cardboard Tebow instead. Irene Liao's obsession with basketball player Michael Jordan started when she was very young and first saw him in a Gatorade commercial. She bought a cardboard cutout of him and proceeded to drag it everywhere with her, and we do mean everywhere. Sadly, her teachers found MJ distracting for some reason and forced her to throw him away. Liao claims that she still loves Jordan and she will get a new one someday. One girl decided to make her cardboard love legit by throwing a fake wedding for herself and a cutout of Harry Styles. It was complete with a romantic proposal, decorations, and the rest of One Direction, of course. Fact from fiction. Many actors and actresses adore it when their fans make sure their movies have a huge opening weekend, but some fans just take things way too far. Saying that Adrian Bennett is a fan of Mad Max would be a bit of an understatement. After spending 3 decades amassing an incredible quantity of Mad Max memorabilia, he decided the next logical step would be to move his family from the UK to a tiny town in Australia, so he could feel closer to the films and open up his own Mad Max museum. He's even built custom Mad Max-style vehicles. Finding someone who loves Harry Potter isn't very difficult, but when you see the self-proclaimed biggest Harry Potter fan, you might believe that love is too strong a word for your own feelings. Steve Petrick has spent over $13,000 on his Harry Potter collection and has turned his house into a shrine. As if that wasn't enough, he dresses and styles his hair to mimic Daniel Radcliffe's portrayal of Harry Potter. Have you ever been tempted to take a cardboard cutout to prom or get a perhaps regrettable celeb tattoo? Don't worry, we won't judge too much. Thanks for stopping by, and be sure to please like this video and subscribe to our awesome channel for more. See you next time!